the dollar that's going to be to the field side, which is here. Okay, this is our Mike backer here. All right, and our Will block backer over here. Okay, remember that nose is working, all right, via the neck of that boundary guard based off of what he gets. If he gets zoned to him, he's going to go ahead and continue on to the B gap. And now this Will backer now is going to work to that A gap. All right. Same thing here. Okay. As this thing develops, and if this guard climbs here, now he's going to go ahead and end up in the A gap and cut this play off. And now this guy can rock over top, knowing that the zone is coming his way. Okay. So these are parallel understandings to be able to effectively run this call. So as we look at this here, if I'm glued in on that Mike backer right there, he's penetrating that A gap. All right, that center is blocking out on him. So that allows him to be able to cut this play off. All right. I know he ends up working back to the backside A. He needs to stay to the front side, but that penetration is allowing him to be able to cut this thing off. Now, as the dollar, the second level read blitzer, I'm behind it. And I know that because of this zone's coming my way, my Mike's going to go ahead and cut that play off. Now I can rock inside, and that allows me to be unblocked. Okay. Same thing here as well to the boundary side. That nose is working, okay, over to that guard, and he's blocking towards him, so he ends up in the B gap. Okay, now that Will backer, he rocks over top. He can be a little bit slower, all right, and now if he slowed down just a hair, he can maybe rock out of there to be able to be an impact. But you got your two hot defenders, okay? So my boundary safety, he's hot off of number two. Number two goes and engages in the block. And now he can just be an inside out or outside in fitter on the running back. Same thing to the field here. Your nickel, all right, is your field hot player. And now he becomes an overlapping player to the football, cupping it. So he needs to pursue it. All right. You got your field, your field safety here, working through his progression of RPO. All right. And now he also is capping the football. Next clip here. As we look at this. All right. So now you got a slide away. Okay. So now you got a six-man pressure. They're sliding away. So now essentially you almost got three unblocked players to the football. Now he's releasing that back. They're releasing that back. All right. So he's got to get that ball out perfectly in order to complete this pass. But it's hard to do that when you got a guy blitzing down the barrel right there. All right. Now, as you look at the nickel to the field side here, okay, he is hot off of number two. Okay. The one thing that I really like about this picture is he's playing with really good vision on that quarterback. And when he sees that ball, get ready to throw, he does not work in with this guy. He stays in his zone, and now he breaks on that ball thrown. So if that ball was completed, he would have been in great position to be able to make this tackle. Now, if they were prepared to throw this route, now he's going to be able to plant this outside foot and drive that thing and stay inside of two. But he's getting his work based off of where that quarterback's vision is. All right. And then you also got your corner working, all right, and the third with great vision. So we got great pursuit to this football with our boundary safety or our field safety. That's a high post, being able to cap it all off. So again, as we look at this thing, all right, we got our pattern working for us. Okay, a full slide away to the boundary. And now you got this Mike blitzing straight downhill. You got your dollar following slowly behind him. But most importantly, you got your read blitzer from this Will, knowing that he got high hat to his side. So this nose is going to continue to cut it off. So now he can put that foot in the ground and he can wrap. Same thing here. So this is a great example of two guys really not on the same page right now. Okay. So right now, this Mike backer, he has a high hat. Okay. He can either work this way or he can work outside. All right. Preferably, he stays and steps on his toes and works outside right there. And then if that's the case, now he can wrap tight and be an impact on this play. Or, you know, if he decides to do that, he needs to get there now, and they need to be under the same page so he can stay tight off of this thing and now cause an impact on this play. But the one thing we can't do is we can't blitz down the middle or both in the same gap. And because of that, now we prevent us from being an impact on this ball that's thrown right here. This Will linebacker is a read blitzer as well. He's allowing his nose to go ahead and wrap. So now he goes ahead and inserts, all right, and wraps off this thing. And now he takes up that blocker. But if we just get our free hat right here now, we actually are cooking right here. And we got a great pressure on this ball. And that ball is not going to be thrown at all. From a coverage standpoint, again, you got your two hot defenders, your nickel here, and then your boundary safety. All right. You got your safety clearing that RPO footwork. Okay. The one thing that I would love to see this nickel do is I would love for him to flip his hip, zone turn, and sync with this thing with depth. All right. That way he can break on anything that's in the no cover zone underneath, but also continue on to be able to give air on this football to allow this corner to be able to midpoint both of them.